Hello kaiju fans, welcome back to the Kaiju World Order. My name is MM, and I got some news here that I never thought I would actually be reporting on, and I'm sure a lot of people have already heard about it, and that is Godzilla Destroy All Monsters Melee is getting a modern day remaster nearly 25 years after its original release in 2002. Now, for those that have never played this game, it is a brawler originally released on the Gamecube and then later on the X-Box, and it was a hell of a game-changing game when it comes to Godzilla video games. It's no secret that before this time, most Godzilla games were kinda bleh. Super Godzilla was okay, but really you had to be a Godzilla fan to really enjoy those games. Kinda sounds like the PS4 Godzilla game in a way. But Destroy All Monsters Melee came in and just changed it up. This game was immensely popular, not just with Godzilla fans, but everyone. Even in college campuses back in 2002, there were video game tournaments being played specifically with this game. Keep in mind, other games that were coming out around that same time, you had Mortal Kombat still going, Street Fighter, all these other things were still going, and then you have Godzilla Destroy All Monsters Melee as a 3D fighter with fully destructible cities and monsters with powers and everything like that, and it was a game changer. So when the sequels came out, they didn't make as much of an impact, but now just seeing the trailer for this remaster, and I just gotta say, holy shit. I never thought we would see this. I never thought we would actually get a proper remaster. At best, I thought we would just get like a reissue or re-release really of the original Destroy All Monsters Melee, the same way they've done like War of the Monsters, and like I believe that was on PS5. I know I had it on the PS4, but it was essentially just the original game just ported over. This is rebuilt from the ground up and it looks amazing, and I want to talk about some of the reporting that's being done and just some of the stuff we saw in the trailer. Now, one thing I want to address is the models for the monsters themselves. We got Ghidorah here, we got Godzilla, and we have Mechagodzilla. They are all easily, like, you can tell it's Godzilla 90s. You can tell that's King Ghidorah from 1991, and then Mechagodzilla is Mechagodzilla 2 from Terror Mechagodzilla, but he has the finger missiles of 74. Don't ask me how I know that, I'm just a fucking nerd like that. So, in the original game, Mechagodzilla is an alien weapon, and he has pretty much all the powers and the weaponry of the Showa one, but with the body of Heisei. It seems like they are going to go back and fix this and make the alien Mechagodzilla Showa Mechagodzilla. And that would make sense. In Destroy All Monsters Melee, Mechagodzilla had finger missiles, he had a plasma grenade that worked more like the Showa Mechagodzilla's little lightning beam, and it just fits Showa so much better than it does Heisei, and it wouldn't surprise me if this might actually be Toho enforcing this. Remember back during Godzilla Unleashed, Toho did make Pipeworks and Atari change Rodan into Fire Rodan because they were starting to get a little bit more, I don't want to say strict, but with what monsters are able to do what. They have the same stuff going with IDW where, for example, if you want to have Godzilla fly, you specifically have to have it be the Showa one. It can't be Heisei or GMK Godzilla flying around. So I have a feeling that that's what's going on here with Mechagodzilla, because the powers of the original game line up with Showa more than to do Heisei. Then I also just want to mention how the roars and the sound effects, Ghidorah again is Heisei, but we also hear the Showa roar along with it. This lines up with Destroy All Monsters Melee, where the roars are all mixed together. You can hear the 2000 roar with Godzilla 90s, and you can still hear a good bit of the Heisei Mechagodzilla roar on Showa Mechagodzilla. So there's something going on here. Perhaps there's skins That would be cool if there would be multiple skins for each monster opposed to the clones. In the original game, you had 3 sets of clones. You had Godzilla 90s and 2000. You have King Ghidorah and Mecha King Ghidorah. And then you also had Mechagodzilla 2 and Mechagodzilla 3, aka Kaiju, with the only differences between all of them being very minute. There's advertisements for this saying that the roster will still be 12 monsters, but all the monsters will now be unique and have unique movesets. I will really believe that when the game comes out. I'm not expecting it. But if that's the case, that would mean either those 3 sets of monsters are either going to have all new movesets, or they're going to introduce some sort of skin. I would be okay with that. I'd be fine with just having one Godzilla with skins of 90s and 2000. I would be fine for Mecha King Ghidorah just being a skin for Ghidorah, and leave Kaiju and Mechagodzilla apart and just give Kaiju more of a moveset like he had in Save the Earth, where he was using his tail and his bladed hand. Matt Frank has also posted a tweet or a picture. I'm not sure how official this is, but again, it's saying about the roster of monsters and the playable ones, and it includes Mothra. Now, in Destroy All Monsters Melee, Mothra was not playable. She was an airstrike that you could summon, and she would just fly around the battlefield and zap your opponent, or you if your opponent ended up getting it. And that was it. You could just shoot her with a beam, and then she would fly off, and she didn't have much of a role. Hedra also had a small role in Destroy All Monsters Melee, where he would fly around the city, and I believe his appearance made energy replenish slower. I don't know if either of these two will be in the game. I think it would be cool if they were. I think it'd be even cooler if they would be made playable by turning Mecha King Ghidorah and Godzilla 2000 into skins for, like, you know, Godzilla and King Ghidorah. I wouldn't put money on it. I would not put any bets on any DLC or anything of the sort. I like to think that it'll happen. I would really love to see, say, a Monsterverse downloadable pack with Kong and maybe a Monsterverse Godzilla skin. I would love to see Space Godzilla, you know, Crystallic, or any of the other Pipeworks monsters that popped up in those games. But yeah, I wouldn't hold my breath on it, at least not yet. Still, it looks great. It looks like it's going to be fun. I can't wait to whoop some ass, and I really cannot wait to see what the other monsters look like. It's going to be awesome seeing Gigan and Destroya fight like they do in Destroy All Monsters Melee, while having updated graphics and actually looking closer to how they do in the movies. This is going to be nuts. And until next time, Kaiju fans, peace out, and Minya, take care.
Godzilla says you should like and subscribe.